Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat on the way in. Look, Victor Creed already selling me out. Already on CP time. Look, I was 3 minutes late, close to four. Right? What's going on, everyone? Okay. The divester that you forgot about, and then she had to make herself known again. The D or E list celebrity, right? Um, Miss Azealia Banks. Oh boy. So hopefully y'all click the link in the description, the links, excuse me, in the description. Oh yeah, we're gonna be speaking about Miss Azealia Banks, your favorite broken, loud, obnoxious, getting kicked out of Russell Crowe's house, divester, right? Um, I just want everybody to remember, Azealia Banks is how these divestors sound online, right? Azealia Banks is how divestors sound online with all of their comments, with their videos, right? Raging out online, talking about how great non-black men are, particularly white men. Azealia Banks is a OG divester, right? Loud, right? A bully while being fragile at the same time, right? Try to call everything colorism, going in on black men, right? Insulting black men, speaking like she's holier than thou on some classism stuff, speaking like she's above black men. Oh, Azealia Banks is a OG divester. Y'all ain't know? Speaking about bouncing on white penis. Oh yeah. Now, I'm gonna try to refrain from using profanity. I'm going to have to because of just referencing her and just reciting some of the things that she has said, right? But yeah, she calls the cast of Wildin' Out peons. And for those of you that don't know while we're bringing up Azealia Banks, for those of you that remember that don't know, DC Young Fly, young comedian, um, from Wildin' Out, he got famous off of the show Wildin' Out, Nick Cannon, show Wildin' Out. He met a young lady, fairly attractive young lady, from my understanding, great spirit. Everybody loved her. Um, Young lady, and you know he she wanted to do a mommy makeover, and she ended up passing away, unfortunately, because of the procedure. And Azealia Banks, who at one point was a guest on Wildin' Out, you know felt a certain way about how she was treated on Wildin' Out. She was called ugly. Wildin' Out is the type of show where they literally roast you. They roast the celebrities. They roast each other. They roast the host. They roast Nick Cannon. They made fun of Nick Cannon on everything. They made fun of Nick Cannon with Mariah Carey, because for those of you that don't know, Nick Cannon was married to Mariah Carey at one point. They roast Nick Cannon about everything, and he's the face of the show. But I guess Iyanla, I said Iyanla. I'm so sorry, Iyanla Van Zant. Azealia Banks. I don't know why I keep on wanting to say Iyanla Van Zant when I'm saying Azealia Banks or Iggy Azalea. These names. Azealia Banks felt a certain way, right? And then, by the way, this show wasn't recent. This particular show was almost 5 years ago. This is like 4+ years ago at this point, right? And Azealia Banks felt a certain way about the way she was treated and the jokes. And she has harbored that anger and that resentment up till this day, where she's literally dancing on the young lady's grave. DC Young Fly's baby mom, his girlfriend, her name is Jackie O, right? She's known as Jackie O. Azealia Banks is dancing on Jackie O's grave. Even other black women. See, your loud divestors, they're quiet right now. because Azealia Banks went way too far. Don't worry, they're going to try to distance themselves from her, or they're just going to be quiet because they low key kind of agree with her, high key. But all the other women just a little bit to the left of that. Oh, they're no one is with Azealia Banks right now. No one. No one is standing with her right now. Right? Because she tried to make it seem like this was karma. So apparently Azealia Banks has God on speed dial. Right? We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. Yeah, the witchy language. Yeah, Azealia Banks is all of that. The witchy language, the divester stuff, the I'm better than you other Negro stuff, the calling black men the N-word with the hard ER. Oh yeah, Azealia Banks engages in all of that. All of it. It's colorism while insulting other dark-skinned black women. Oh, she engages in all that. The I'm gonna get back at you black men by talking about bouncing on white penis. Oh yeah, yeah. By the way, she literally talks like that. Mr. Z is not pulling that out of his rear end. Oh no, yeah. Azealia Banks engages in all of it. Right? Let's get into some of the stuff that she said. My intelligence is and I have to use the profanity. I'm sorry, but it's after 30 seconds, so I should be okay with the YouTube police. But my intelligence is very fucking expensive, and you niggers, oh yeah, the hard ER, everyone, you niggers can't afford me. Hip hop can't afford me. Oh yeah, she said that before. What else has she said? I'm going back to New York right now. I'm going to get the white dick. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to get this white dick. You niggas are not about to stress me out. So let's say that again. I'm going to New York right now. I'm gonna go get this white dick. You niggas aren't about to stress me out. Yeah. She said, dumbass black men. Oh yeah, she said that also. What else has she said? I'm not running from you niggas because I can't take the heat. I'm running away from you niggas and back towards white dick. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, Azealia Banks has literally now. Mr. Z is not putting a single word in her mouth. Azealia Banks has literally said all of that. She has said all of that. Once again, I'm not running from you niggas because I can't take the heat. I'm running away from you niggas and back towards white dick. Right? My intelligence is very fucking expensive, and you niggers can't afford me. Hip hop can't afford me. I'm going to New York right now. I'm about to go get this white dick. You niggas are not about to stress me out. She calls the cast of Wildin' Out a cast of peons. Why are we surprised that Azealia Banks is being Azealia Banks? Right? Why are we surprised that Azealia Banks is being Azealia Banks? This is who she is. This is who she always has been. This is a person who for all of 5 seconds was known for her talent, and then it quickly became her being known for her antics. Remember, she's gone on TI talking about Tiny not being able to know how to read. She's gone on everyone, Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, everyone. Everyone. She's cried on Ebro show, right? On Hot 97. She cried on Wildin' Out. She's always right, aggressive and fragile at the same time. How'd that work? Aggressive and fragile at the same time. Right? Azealia Banks is your OG Divester. This is Divester right here. This is what they sound like online. This is them. Aggressive, bullying while being fragile at the same time, trying to claim colorism. For those of you that clicked the link, even Lovely T was like, as a dark-skinned black woman, I want no parts of what you talking about. This is your divestors. Colorism. Black men are colorists. Black men this. Black men. I'm gonna go get me white D. And what's so beautiful about Azealia Banks is that she's so blatant. All the witchy language. Oh yeah, Azealia Banks into all of that. The spiritual talk, all of that. The voodoo talk, all of it. All of it. She is a collection of all the online insanity that many black women get into. Azealia Banks engages in it all. An amalgamation of all that crazy talk online. She is that. The white penis worship, all of it. The I'm above you classism talk, all of it. What I tell y'all, just let them talk. Shout out to the brother Obsidian. I'm not gonna wait for the facts. I'm gonna tell y'all what it is, and I'm gonna let the facts catch me. We already know that Azealia Banks is the divester. She is Crystalline Karazin. She is Chrissy. She is Cynthia G. She is Kim Foster. I know everybody, oh, Kim Foster's with a black man. Yeah. She is Yanni. All of those divestors, swirlers, black women in luxury, black women level up, classism, all of those people over there. All of those, I'm better than black men. Black men have done me so wrong. Color, all of that. Oh, she's with all. She is literally them. All the black men are colorists on the level of neo-Nazis. All of that. She's them. Right? Right? This is what it looked like. Right? Sorry if y'all can't hear me well. I am on a road that I'm usually not on. My apologies. That's why I got so quiet for a second. But yeah, so you know, this lady is broken. Azealia Banks is beyond broken. This is beyond. The question becomes, what can you do with an Azealia Banks? With black women that sound, think, feel like her? What is the black community, black men supposed to do with women like this? Because they don't just go away in the night. They don't just go away. Women like Azealia Banks won't just go away. They won't. Right? She has the white man. Remember, she got married to the white man, right? And shout out to whoever you are. They won't go away. They get married to the white dude, and they still make sure that, hey, I'm gonna throw salt on black men every chance I get. F you, black men forever. These are the F you, black men forever people. Right? These are the F you, black men forever people. They are the worst. +4 years later, nearly 5 years later. Y'all hear me? Nearly 5 years later. This is not DC Young Fly. It would have been one thing. It would have been still horrible if it was DC Young Fly that passed away and she was dancing on his grave. This is His woman, who pretty much is an innocent bystander from what we know, and she danced on Jackie O's grave. She danced on the young lady's grave, right? Celebrating the death of a woman because you got beef with her man. Years later, from what we know, Jackie O never uttered a single negative word about Azealia Banks. But it doesn't matter, right? You're in a relationship with that, excuse my language, you're in a relationship with that nigger, so you get what you get, right? Imagine that. A dark-skinned black woman calling black men nigger with the hard ER. Imagine that. You live in that world, everyone. You live in that world. So angry, so bitter, so rageful that you're calling a black man, excuse me, black men, peons, all type of niggers, hard ER, everyone. You're so angry, and they're not the first to call you ugly. The white gay dudes call you ugly. They call you the B word. You take off on them. Yeah, but y'all notice something about these women? They're not happy with anyone, by the way. But there's a special type of resentment they have for black men. They're not happy with anyone. They're not happy with white women. They're not happy with white men in particular. They're not happy with anyone. Asians, Latinos, Latinas, no one. But there's a special anger that they have for black men, right? There's a special anger for them, right? Huh. Train tracks, train tracks, train tracks. So now that we can see that Azealia Banks represents your divestors, right? This is how they sound online. These are the comments. Azealia Banks has literally made the exact type of comments the divestors make online, like literally word for word type comments. All the classism, all the witchcrafty, witchy language, all the I'm above you, all the white man worship, all of it. She's engaged in all of it. And it culminates in her dancing on the grave of an innocent woman. Why? Because she light skinned, because she's racially ambiguous, because people found her attractive, particularly black men found her attractive. No, it's all of that, but specifically, you were in a relationship with that nigger, DC Young Fly. And yeah, these people haven't spoken about me pretty much since the debacle years ago. Nobody cares about me, but I can't wait for the opportunity to insult y'all and dance on y'all grave. Literally. You imagine And like I said, shout out to whatever white dude it is that married her. Wow. Wow. First of all, you see why these people be single as hell. But then shout out to you men, whoever y'all are that are burying these women. Y'all not even just piping. Y'all marry these women. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hey, why? Hey, what can you say to that? You say, I do. You see a person like, and there's something about us as men in general, but I guess, you're a white dude, so she probably does bow down to you. But men in general, boy, there's something in you look at a woman like this and you say, oh no, she ain't gonna do that to me. And I guess because you're the white man, maybe she won't. Maybe she won't. But if she does, haha, yeah, right? Wow. So if y'all couldn't see, this is who Azealia Banks was. Yeah, and it's crazy because all in the comments, Mr. Z be reading comments. So all in the comments is black women. Oh, this is disgusting. She's gone too far. Oh wait, she just not gone too far. Oh, I've tried my hardest to defend AB. They call her AB, Azealia Banks. I've tried so hard defending her, but now she's gone too far. Wait, now she's gone too far. Now, right? Oh, she's just now going too far. No, be honest. You can't hold hands with her now. It's undeniable now. That's what I keep on saying. That's why I keep on asking FD Signify and all the rest of them. Where's your bar? Where's your bar for certain content creators? How blatant do they have to be? Because if they gotta be Azealia Banks blatant, then let's call you a coward for who you are. If black women have to be Azealia Banks blatant, then just say you don't want to engage in the conversation and then exit stage left. This is an OG divest. Crystalline Kerosene, Cynthia G. This is her. And this woman has trolled like damn near everyone. She's the whole keyboard gangster, the whole keyboard warrior. Azealia Banks is her. The divestors are her. She's a divester through and through. All that keyboard warrior, keyboard gangster stuff, Azealia Banks. And then the black community just looks at women like that and be like, Meanwhile, somebody would have been calling your phone if a black man was engaging in this, or somebody would have came and seen you. Or let's call a thing a thing. Somebody would have come and see you, and there would have been no talk, right? If you were a black man dancing on Kobe's grave, somebody would have came and see you. If you were a black man dancing on Kevin Samuel's grave, your cousins and them would have sits under you, and maybe it wouldn't be just words. You over here wishing death on Jamie Foxx? Oh yeah, somebody would have came and see you. But the black women, not so much. Right? Dance on the grave of not even just DC Young Fly, DC Young Fly's lady. You could do that in the black community. If you're a black woman, you could do that and then claim, oh yeah, but they've hurt me. They've hurt me. Right? You could claim all type of victim after the fact. You could claim all type of colorism. You could claim all type of texturism. You could claim all of that. Ain't that right, Chrissy? You get your little heart broken by one black man, one black boy, and you could go on a jihad against black men and boys for the rest of your life. And the black community be like, yeah, we get it, right? You get your little feelings hurt by a black boy, a black man, and you can go on jihad against black men and boys for the rest of your life, and the black community will excuse it, right? Azealia Banks gets to wage war on black men in particular because she don't like what she see in the mirror. She gets to claim colorism. She gets to claim colorism even when it doesn't apply. She gets to play victim. She gets to turn on the crocodile tears. And now she's dancing on this woman's grave. I want the black community to understand y'all create the Azealia Banks. Y'all create them. Because you don't nip that in the bud when she's 5 and 6. You let her be jealous of her light-skinned cousin. Y'all let her be around her mom and her aunts when they talking sexist crap against black men. You let her be a Klingon in her teens. You let her talk crazy about black men in her early 20s. You let her be the pass around for white men in her mid 20s, late 20s. You encourage her. I'm saying you encourage her to talk crazy about black men. And then she gets to this point and now everybody's cringing like, ooh, oh crap. Yeah, this don't look good. It's not even that you disagree. It just don't look good. It's embarrassing. That's why some of you old school divestors are angry at the new school divestors because they too damn loud. You created that monster. You swirlers are trying to distance yourself from the divestors because they're too damn loud. You created that monster, Crystalline Kerosene. Chrissy. Huh? Even Yanni tried to reel it back. Oh, I don't have a problem with 9 to 5. Yes, you do. And you created the monster women that's saying it out loud. Huh? Y'all created this. You create the Frankenstein monster. And then when you can't control it, you're like, oh, this don't got nothing to do with me. Coward Chrissy tried to distance herself from the divestors by bringing the white dude Zach on. No, you created the divestors. You helped to create them. That's on y'all. Train tracks, train tracks, train tracks. So yeah, Azealia Banks sound the way she do. Why wouldn't she? Anybody ever made a phone call to Azealia Banks? No. Everybody's cringing now. Everybody's making little videos now. Azealia Banks will be just fine. Ain't nobody gonna go see her. Because she's a black woman. And we have sanctioned black women to talk like this about black men. Which y'all thought it stopped with Ebony K. Williams? Oh no. Definitely not. That's lightweight compared to how bad it could get. Azealia Banks is lightweight. We dealing with whole neo-Nazi Cynthia G's out here. With whole eugenicist Cynthia G's out here. What happened? And then everybody in the black community clutching their invisible pearls for Ebony K. Williams and Cynthia G talking to Dr. Umar and now Azealia Banks. Why y'all clutching y'all invisible y'all created this. Y'all created the Chrissies. Y'all created the Paris. Y'all created the Lexus Exodus and the Mahogany Pinks. Y'all created them. And now everybody want to cop please and start clutching their invisible pearls. Oh, God. My word. No. Right? Y'all don't get to clutch your invisible pearls. No. You don't get to distance yourself now. No. Right? How you a rich loser? She a whole rich loser. Azealia Banks is a rich loser, and we know she ain't making money like that. But she making money, right? I call them the petite bourgeoisie for a reason. I call them the petite bourgeoisie for a reason. Calling black men peons, well, right? Calling the cast of Wildin' Out peons. That don't smack of petite bourgeoisie behavior. Calling black men niggers with the hard ER, white racist stuff. That's about classism. That's class going through race, right? That's color coded class racism, right? I keep on saying, when are y'all gonna reel y'all daughters back? Y'all not. Y'all were making some of y'all were making excuses for Ebony K. Williams. So why would Azealia Banks think that she couldn't sound the way she does? And I don't want to hear no mental illness talk. Why wouldn't Azealia Banks think that she could sound the way she does when y'all co-signed Ebony K. Williams? Right? Why wouldn't she? Don't start backing up now because it's way too far now. No, y'all been way too far. The spotlight just wasn't on you so much. You've been way too far. Then you have the FD signifiers talking about tone policing us. We got to tone police ourselves. Anybody got to say anything about not just Azealia Banks, the Azealia Bankses, the Banks, right? All of the women that sound like Azealia Banks. Y'all don't got nothing to say about that? Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Hmm. She's so blatant, bro. Y'all notice they look how blatant they are. How many of y'all remember Azealia Banks saying that? I'm on my way to NI to excuse me, I said NI, excuse me. I'm on my way to NY to go get my white dick, right? How many of you remember her saying that? There you go. There you go. Right? And I'm gonna pause right here for a second. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. Mr. Z will be right back. And I'm back. Thank you, by the way, Michael Ross, for the super sticker. Thank you very much. And thank you, No Placeholder, for the super sticker. Thank you very much. Right? Oh, Better You said, did she say something crazy? Oh, Better You. Oh, right? Oh, you didn't hear Azealia Banks was dancing on Jackie O's grave. That's DC Young Fly's lady. Oh, you didn't hear, right? Yeah, Azealia Banks is dancing on Jackie O's grave, right? Speaking, essentially speaking like it's karma, right? What did she say? Ironically dead on 30 at 32, exactly on my 32nd birthday or something like that. She's dancing on her grave because she was with DC Young Fly because she's DC Young Fly's lady, right? Yeah, that's how they sound. So how does Azealia Banks not check off every single divester box? All of them. Witchy language? Check. Dancing on black people's grave or people's grave that they don't like or they feel slighted by? Check. Insulting black men? Check. Claiming some type of moral high ground? Check. Classism? Check. I'm above you Negroes? Check. Claiming colorism for everything? Check. Aggressive but fragile at the same time? Check. Worshipping at the altar of the white penis? Check. Using their interracial relationship as a way to somehow insult black men? Check. Right? Turning on the crocodile tears for everyone because you really wish you were a white woman? Check. Right? All of it. Divester extraordinaire. Yo, OG Divester. See, when Azealia Banks was really, her name was really never out there. Let me don't even do that. Right? But when maybe you heard her name every once in a while here and there, see, the whole Divester thing wasn't really steaming yet. Right? So y'all forgot she engaged in all of that, all of the Divester rhetoric. And here you go. Right? And here you go. Just in case you forgot, Azealia Banks wants to remind you that she too is a divester. Just in case you forgot, Azealia Banks wants to remind you she too wants to dance on the grave of either a black man or someone that a black man cares about. Because of course it's attached. That person is attached to a black man. Just in case you forgot. Right? And thank you for the super chat again. No placeholder. No placeholder says absolutely vile. Bro, this is disgusting. This is putrid. I mean, the where's the word for this? Does the English language have a word for this? Absolutely reprehensible. Right? But why wouldn't she think this is okay? She watched so many of you cop pleas for Ebony K. Williams. She's watching y'all encourage Kim Foster, Chrissy. You think Azealia Banks is not subscribed to Chrissy? Y'all want to put money she subscribed to Chrissy or she's watched Chrissy videos? How much money y'all want to put that she listens to Paris? How much money y'all want to put that she listens to Paris? Come on, man. So you have this person with ungodly, and it's crazy because at the same time they have an ungodly amount of inferiority complex. They also see themselves as God. Azealia Banks suffers from both delusions of grandeur and an insane inferiority complex simultaneously, right? Simultaneously. And better uses, and thank you for the super chat, better you, and better uses. So someone gonna call FD to explain this one? Come on, bro, that's not even his lane. He's just gonna say she's sick in the head and call it a day. If he ever, he's not gonna. First of all, he's not gonna address it, and I can understand. I honestly can understand if he doesn't. But if he does, all he could be like, okay, yeah, she's sick. Okay, we always knew this is who she is, and then move on. He won't explain. Like we need to talk to under. I want to say really under 25-year olds, really Gen Z, but old adult Gen Z, so that FD and them could see like how prevalent this is, especially under a certain age group. Yes, Azealia Banks in her 30s, whatever, but under a certain age group, oh, Azealia Banks, that's nothing, right? Particularly that witchy kind of witchcraft-ish language. Oh yeah, that's nothing, right? That throwing white men in black men's faces, that's nothing. Azealia, that's nothing. What Azealia Banks is engaging in, that's light work. Talk to the brothers under the age of 25, right? But yeah, I don't expect FD to say. Yeah, I don't expect him to say anything. I'm not gonna be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm the like a and I gotta read Roger's comment. I gotta read Roger's comment. And the Roger report, thanks Raj for being here. The Roger report says hating black men is one thing, but hating another sister for loving a black man is different. Hell has no fury like a black female loser. Ah, but Raj, she's light skinned and racially ambiguous. Jackie O was light skinned and racially ambiguous. Is she really black though? I mean, dark skinned black women didn't sanction her as black, so is she black? Right? Because you let certain, not all, but you let certain dark skinned black women talk. And if you light it in a brown paper bag, should we even consider you black? Let alone if you look like Jackie O. Oh my God. You let the Chrissies of the world, and this is that, like, this is that, that's why I say eugenics, right? Like that neo Nazi stuff. You let the Chrissies of the world talk. Oh no. Jackie O's not black. Right? You let the Chrissies of the world speak. Yeah, Jackie O ain't black. And let's okay, so she's not black. The fact that she's with a black man. Let me read some of them quotes for you again that she said years ago concerning DC Young Fly and the cast of Wild 'N Out. Let's read some of those quotes again. All right. I'm not running from you niggas because I can't take the heat. I'm running away from you niggas back towards white dick. Oh yeah, she said that. Like word for word said that. My intelligence is very fucking expensive, and you niggers, yes, the hard ER, you niggers can't afford me. Hip hop can't afford me. Yes, truly, those are Azealia Banks' words. Mr. Z is not making that up. Again, I'm going to New York right now. I'm about to go get this white dick. You niggas are not about to stress me out. Yeah, no, truly, truly. right? She calls the cast of Wild 'N Out cast of peons. She called them a cast of peons. So yes, she said all of that, right? And Michael Ross says, "Is this broad FBA?" From my understanding, she is. But if I remember how she described it on Hot 97, I think she is FBA, but she grew up in like kind of the Latin part of town. I'm almost certain she's FBA, right? Because I remember watching that interview years ago, so I might be off on the particulars, but I'm almost certain she's FBA. She's not Afro Latina because a lot of people were claiming thinking that she's Afro Latina. She's not. If I'm not mistaken, she's FBA, right? And she grew up kind of in the Latin part of town. That's why if you ever hear her speak, you'll be like, you'll swear she's not. But yeah, no, if I'm not mistaken, right, you'll swear she's like Afro Latina because she has that kind of, especially for those of us that grew up in kind of Latin areas, you will have a Latino or definitely a Latina who was born and raised in the U.S. and yet there's something about the way they speak. You'll be like, yeah, you definitely Latina, right? You can hear it in their voice or the way they speak, the way they enunciate. Where I know it definitely exists here in South Florida, right? So yeah, and the Roger report again says, and thank you for the super chat. He says, if it walk like a duck, f them opinions, f them hoes opinions. Look, yeah, I, I I just wanted to bring this to everyone because as much as Azealia Banks speaks about being vindicated, but and imagine that you feel vindicated about your contempt for DC Youngfly because his lady passed away. You feel vindicated, and just like some of the black women are blaming him, you kind of blame him for it. What, like he was calling her ugly or something like that? Wow. But I brought this to y'all, or bought this to y'all better yet, because speak about being vindicated. That Azealia Banks, the ultimate divester. Azealia Banks, Charles said, "Me love you long time divestors," right? Azealia Banks, the ultimate divester. She engages in all of the rhetoric. She's wait. Rewind, Mr. Z. Azealia Banks been engaging in all of that type of rhetoric, right? OG divester right here, right? So when y'all hear women on Clubhouse um encouraging racist white police officers to manhandle black men, when you hear people dancing on rest in peace Kevin Samuel's grave, when you're hearing Paris Milan speak about what happened to the brother Terry Nichols, right? When you hear that, is that not Azealia Banks? When you Azealia Banks made fun of T.I. and Tiny because Tiny struggled to read, all of that. Azealia Banks then got, bruh. We can't even list all of the damn weirdo stuff, all the craziness, all the insanity she's said and she's gotten herself wrapped up in over the past decade or so. But this is them. They're broken beyond repair. What can you do with Azealia Banks? Right? What can anyone do with Azealia Banks? Pass her off to the white man and be done with her, just like her life. She's with a white dude. Fine, get out of here. Wow. Gee, hey, all the colorism talk, Azealia Banks. All the I'm better than you Negroes classism talk, Azealia Banks. All of it, right? She engages in all of it, right? And better uses, and thank you for the super chat. Better uses Z with the final video game boss sounding titles. All them chicken necks Erica Badu pussy juice, but can't find the cheat code for a ring. Look, from my understanding, she's married to the white dude, or at least she was engaged to the white dude. From my understanding, right? Because she made a big announcement about it online a couple years ago when they got engaged. Because dark skinned black women with an inferiority complex got to throw the white man in your face to let you know, oh, look, y'all didn't want me, but I got me a white man. So, there's that. There's that, right? Of course she did that. Of course she did, right? So the whole ring thing, I mean, MBDK Wisdom, anyone? Oh, goddamn, Mr. Z, right? What BGS said, where's the ring? Where's the Ebony told you she was engaged to the white dude? Where's the ring? Right? But yeah, Azealia Banks, everyone. Your ultimate divester. Like better you said, Z with the final boss sounding titles. Look, is she not? Is Azealia Banks not your ultimate divester? Listen to her speak. Listen to all the. I'm not actually encouraging her to listen to her speak, right? Figurative speech here, figure of speech. But listen to her speak. Look at all the type of online Twitter beefs, right? Like Nema said, the Twitter beef. Yeah, all of that online Twitter stuff she's been engaging in for what, a decade. She is the ultimate divester. She's making it seem like this is some type of cosmic karma, right? I need to bring that back into my lexicon. All these women that believe this cosmic karma, God's gonna get you because you hurt my feelings. You hurt my feelings. You call me ugly, so God's gonna get you by killing someone I love? Wait a minute. Okay. Let's say I did hurt your feelings. I don't even buy it, but okay, for argument's sake, let's say I did hurt your feelings. I called you unattractive. I don't find you attractive. Cool, I called you ugly. And you have the speed dial number to God, and you didn't ask him to actually make you richer than you're worth, what, $2 million or something like that. You didn't ask him to make you more successful or richer, right? You didn't ask God for that. No. You asked God to either kill me or someone I love. And it took him about 4 years to get around to it. Huh. Right? And these are the people that the black community says that we're colorists for not marrying. Hmm. These are the people that you were supposed to make a wife out of. The Azealia Banks of the world. Yeah. Nope. I'll pass. Y'all can have it. So yeah. And before I read Dr. Thunder's comment, Diaspora L says A Banks, Azealia Banks, got into a fight with Russell Crowe. Yep, that's when he tossed her out. Had beef with Pharrell Williams and sacrificed a chicken in a closet. Yeah, I told y'all she engaged in all that witchy, witchcraft stuff. She engages in that, right? Of course she does. And Dr. Thunder says, and thank you for the super chat. Keep your foot on the accelerator, Z. We're making progress. Thank you, Dr. Thunder. Thank you. And I have to this the reason why we cover stuff like that is not just, shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson, but not the pop culture stuff and the, celebrity junk stuff. It's not about that. It's about vindicating black men's name, right? It's about vindicating black men. It's about protecting our space. Because the Azealia Banks of the world, the Chrissies of the world, everywhere they go, where there's black men mentioned or they make sure to defecate on you. They make sure that Azealia Banks is the type that makes sure anywhere she goes, she lets everyone know. Yeah, black men are the worst thing that ever happened to the planet. I just want y'all to know. Right? And so I speak the way I do to make sure to defend our position. Right? Because I know that I spoke to someone and in this space, and they call me, they pretty much said I'm SYSBM, and I was like, yeah, I am. But maybe I should kind of let this go. And I'm like, no, because someone has to defend this position. Someone has to remind people that it's not just white society throwing salt on black men's name. You have bitter, angry black women who's mad about, not being the chosen grandchild from granddad and grandma 25, 30 years ago, not being grandma's favorite, who's still resentful that they had to wash the dishes and their brother didn't, who's still resentful about the football player in high school that found the light-skinned sister attractive instead of them. And now they're in their 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s talking crazy about black men. That's why I speak the way I do. So that we never forget that there are people like Azealia Banks in entertainment. When I said that to FD Signifier when he was on my channel, he said, entertainment, yes, Azealia Banks. But you think some of the screenwriters, the black female screenwriters, don't sound like her and think like her? You think some of the people moving behind the scenes don't think like her? Y'all forgot that the Grapevine had a bunch of brothers and sisters that moved behind the scenes in entertainment who sounded kind of like Azealia Banks. What y'all think? And thank you for the super chat, Afro National. Afro National says she thinks she's a witch, but really she's a she's a bee. Right? Exactly. Right? And all of that witchcraft, and people forgot who you were up until just now. And within the next, let's say this story get a little legs, we talk about it for 2-3 days. By the end of this week, what are we on? This was the way Wednesday. By the end of this week, Azealia Banks who? Your name won't make it until Sunday, Azealia Banks. If the story dies here, if she don't continue, her name doesn't make it till Sunday. If even Saturday. Huh. Right? You're engaging in witchcraft. Look, as a Haitian, if it ain't working for you, you let it go. If you engaging in the voodoo and you're supposed to be famous, right? And you only worth a couple mil, maybe you should let it go. If the only time we ever considered that you exist is because you're caught up in something, or you're forcing yourself into something, yeah, let it go. The spirits are not on your side, right? If you got to force yourself into the conversation by saying something outrageous, the spirits are not on your side. You making dust for nothing, pun intended. You kicking up hay for nothing, right? And better you says, I guess 4 years for God to clear his voicemails. Apparently, right? Apparently. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And Namer says apparently Banks and Rips had made an audio sex tape. They made Bank via an NFT and a resale for 260 million. Check that again and see if they actually got that 260 million, Namer. Check that again. Because I think that sold for $17,000. Right? I think that sold for not even a million, not even half a million, not even a quarter million. Check those numbers again, Namer. Right? And so, about to come to a close. Yeah. So the OG Divester, right now, let's see, because the story is what, only a day or so old. Let's see whether Chrissy makes content about this, or Yanni. Let's see them justify this one. Let's see them justify this one. Like I said, just let them talk. They can't help it. They can't help it. Eventually, they're gonna go so far that even the rest of the black community is gonna be out here clutching their invisible pearls, even though they helped to create these people. Right? Even though they helped to create these people, because they never check them. Right? So yes, of course she exists the way she exists. Why wouldn't she? You dancing on Jackie O's grave, DC Young Fly's lady, because of some beef you have with DC Young Fly, because you went on Wildin' Out and they did what they're supposed to do on Wildin' Out? Wild out and make fun of the guests? They made fun of the man that signs their check, and they weren't going to make fun of you? Oh, I forgot. Your delusions of grandeur, your inner wannabe white woman told you you were above them. Right? And excuse me, International Ronin says seeing 17K. Z, I told y'all 17K. Who was gonna spend 260 mil to hear Azealia Banks bleh, make ooh and ah sounds, right? And Volcanis, hopefully I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Thank you for the super sticker. Thank you very much, brother. Or Vulcanus, maybe I should pronounce it better that way, right? Who was gonna spend that type of money? So yeah, let's see how this story develops. As I said before, I don't see what makes her different than all the other divestors. What makes Azealia Banks any different? She's engaging in she just happens to be somewhat kind of sort of teeny tiny bit famous. But her behavior, her rhetoric, her antics, classic divester stuff. What makes her the ultimate divester is she engages in all of it for the world to see. And she makes no bones about it. She makes no bones about it that she worship white penis. She makes no bones about it that she's into the witchy and witchcraft stuff. She makes no bones about it, her disdain for black men. She makes no bones about it, her crocodile tears, her going at everyone, how she's aggressive and fragile at the same time. She's very clear, right? And Gender Warlord says, I want DC Young Fly to respond to all this BS. I think he might go SYSBM. You know what? I want him to mourn the death of his loved one, and just focus on that. This little no one. Look, DC Young Fly is way more famous than Azealia Banks will ever be. He actually, her talent, whatever. He's far more entertaining. Clearly, he has staying power. No, he needs to mourn the death, excuse me, of his loved one. And leave Azealia Banks to the wolves. Just leave her out there with the white dude she's with, and let the universe or karma, whatever, is going to deal with her. Don't even worry about Azealia Banks. The Azealia Banks of the world are so self-destructive. Give it time. Just give it time. You don't even think about her. Don't even worry about seeing her suffer. Just give it time, right? Just give it time. Leave her for the wood. Look at that. Nobody was thinking about no Azealia Banks, and she just had to stick her nose in this conversation and dance on Jackie O's grave. Women like that. The only reason I'm even covering it is because how blatant she was and how disgusting this is, right? And to defend our position, of course, right? And Leon says, and thank you for this comment, Leon. And Leon says, she's just mad she couldn't get a black man, and white men don't really care either. Hood rat craft weird nerd, which falls where on the attractive list of things again. Look, I just look at her as a loser, just a loser, just a loser, and that's what makes her the ultimate divester. Just a loser, just a resentful, angry loser who can't make it work with black men, barely can make it work with any non-black dude. You walking around bragging about getting white penis. I mean, what? Right? This is yeah, the silence is there for a reason. This is your ultimate divester. Now let me say that one more time. This is your ultimate divester. This is what it comes down to at the end of the day when it all boils down. On the other side of the equal sign is Azealia Banks. All those comments y'all read online from Twitter, from IG, from YouTube, all the content. At the end of the day, your divester is a less known, less successful, maybe even less attractive Azealia Banks. If you want to see what the face of your divestors on the internet, what they look like, Azealia Banks. All right, everyone. Y'all have a great rest of your night. Mr. Z out, right? Love, peace, and chicken grease. We'll pause right here. Y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content, and y'all have a great rest of y'all night. All right, everybody. Mr. Z out.